We're going to be talking about money today because money is the biggest block when it comes to spiritual entrepreneurship, spiritual businesses. The moment that you decide you want to start living in your purpose, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what your history of money is. You might think you're good with money. You might think you have no money blocks. You will have money blocks. And I'm telling you this as having worked with millionaires who still have money blocks even long after they've made their millions. Okay, this is something that occurs to every single one of us. So I'm going to dive in because money is something that we need, but in the spiritual communities, it's been labeled as it's negative, or we don't need it, or it's humble to not have money, or money is just evil and money is the root of all evil. And we hear this stuff all the time, but it's just BS. Like, money is simply a tool, money is simply an energy. And if we understand why and how to use this tool, we can make much more of a significant impact and help the world in which we want to, right? So this is something that we really need to get clear on understanding. So if you are somebody who's clicked on this video, you obviously have money issues, or you're curious and you want to know how and what this video is all about. So first thing that I want to do before I even get into this is, if you have a desire, that is not coincidence. If you have a desire to make more money, if you have a desire for freedom, that's not coincidence. That is there planted from your soul, from your mind, for a particular reason. And you need to be able to trust that instinct that is leading you to those desires, right? There's a reason for that hunger. And that desire is what's going to lead you to receiving a lot more if you figure out the route there, the path there that is authentic and unique to you. So that's the first thing that I want to just say off the top of my head before we even dive into this video, because some people will be so quick to tell you, oh, you're just money hungry, or you're just money thirsty, oh, all you think about and talk about is money. But there is nothing wrong with that. That's the first thing that I want to tell you, especially if you're watching this and going to my astrology roots. If you have heavy Capricorn placements, heavy earth sign placements like Taurus and Virgo, this doesn't have to be in your sun. I have no Capricorn in my sun, in my internal planets, right? But my entire external planetary system is basically a lot of Capricorn and a lot of Aquarius. Both are kind of ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the disciplinarian, the hard worker, and also the ambitious one, right? Who loves to talk about money. So there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, money is spiritual, okay? Because spirituality is us connected to our core purpose, okay? And I'm going to do another video on this. But for now, I just want you to understand that if spirituality is being in touch with our true unique energy, our unique footprint, then money is also simply an energy, which means that if money is energy, we are energy, we are not separate to money. We are spiritual beings. Money is also then a spiritual thing because it's energy, right? And energy is spirituality. That's literally how I teach spirituality. Spirituality is part science, part soul. And so when you merge them two together, it becomes spirituality. And money is the tool that anyone can use. It doesn't matter if you're spiritual or not spiritual, it's just a tool. And we're going to go with, what is money? I like breaking down certain words, if some of you have already started to watch some of my videos, because I think it sticks. And if you get this, right, money, a lot of us, when we chuck the word around, first of all, as well, we're on autopilot because we're just in the daily grind. We go to work. It's like, oh, how do you make money? Through a job. We're wired in since a very young age that you go to school to get a job, to be paid. So automatically our brains are thinking that the only way to get money for the majority of the population, right? We're being taught from this very, very young age, and that's the age between 0 and 6 years old, is when our subconscious mind is being primed the most with every single condition that our mind operates under. So if we're being conditioned, you go to school, you study, and then you go and find a job to work for somebody else. That is how you survive in the world. We are not being taught how to thrive in the world. We are simply being taught how to work for somebody else. But we're not being taught or conditioned how to work for yourself, how to work for your purpose, how to work for your passion, and how to make money in the most aligned, effortless, easiest, unique way to you as an individual. That's what I want to get into. That's what I'm here to teach, okay? Because you do not need to, jobs are great for a stepping stone because you learn a lot of skills there. I learned so many skills by jumping around taking jobs. And even till this day, I went to work with a millionaire on purpose so that I can gather all these skills, right? and then I bring it to my purpose and my business. And that's what you can use jobs for. So, but a lot of people, what we're doing is we're looking at jobs as the end goal. And it's like, no, that's where we're going wrong. And that's where we are losing our freedom and our impact. So we want to switch right now. If you're watching this and you have been viewing money on autopilot as just this thing that you collect when you go and do your work and you exchange your time for money, you're spending 40 hours a week usually to make that money, right? By slaving away, you're swapping your time. That is time that I would rather spend free, reading, learning, doing things around the house. But you're almost forced to go because your conditioning has literally taught you that you have to survive in the world, which means that you have to get a job in the world to make money. But that's not what business owners are doing. That's not what us creators are doing online, are we? We're making money online, not by exchanging our time, but by exchanging a creation, exchanging something that we've created once with a digital product, and then people will pay over and over again. So that means I've just spent 1 hour, not 40 hours, and that 1 hour will continue paying me for the rest of my time. Yeah. So that is the difference between the first awareness shift that I want you to have around money if you've not already had this. And the second thing is understanding, not on autopilot, but really diving deeper into the meaning of what money actually is. So the first thing that we want to do, actually, I don't know why I drew that. We'll do that next, but we'll just explain. We'll go into the numbers, so the letters, sorry. M, this is my. O, own. N, natural. E, energy. Y is yield. So, if money is my own natural energy yield. Yield is something that you invest in to gather, right? It's something that you receive, okay? So now, if money is simply a tool for my own natural energy yield, what does that mean? We need to utilize our natural energy source because we are all light beings, right? Now, when you go to a job, what you are doing, a job is just over broke. I can't remember where I learned that one from, but that was amazing. And I was just like, yeah, that is true. Because every one of us who has had a job, who goes into jobs, we are simply living just over the brokerage, right? We never have more than enough. Even the high flying, because the lifestyle choices, everything goes up when you start to earn a bit more as well. Jobs are just over broke. So when you're earning money from a job, money shifts into not my own natural energy yield, my owner's. Okay, so when you're doing it in a job, it's money becomes my owner's natural energy yield, which means when you're in a job, somebody owns you, right? Because you're working for the company. You're an employee of that company. That company owner owns you. So that owner has created their money with their natural energy and they're yielding. They're receiving the money from that. They use their energy to create a company and now they receive the benefits of that, right? And you happen to work there and receive a job that pays you just over broke amount of money. So when you are switching from my owner's natural energy yield, from a job, moving to your business or your purpose, it shifts into my own natural energy yield, which means you are no longer looking outside of yourself for your money to come in. You are going to create something from your own energy, and we have to create something from our own energy, right? When people say, oh, I'll just win the lottery, I'll just manifest it. That can happen temporarily, but it's not a system that's working on the long term. So in the spiritual community, I think a lot of business owners will go into it going, oh, I'll just create this business and then I'll manifest money and I'll manifest this. And it's like, but in order to manifest consistent money to keep you in thriving mode, because it's very easy, we'll have levels, right? Currency, we'll go into this in a bit, but currency is current C. What is a current? A current is an electrical wave. and the sea is obviously water. It's moving, circulating energy. Sorry about my writing, guys, as it goes down here. Currency is simply the movement of money, and it's circulating, right? And we see it across the globe. And it's just circulating energy that wants to flow, that wants to move around. So when we manifest money, again, the flow of money comes in and then the flow of money goes out. It's when we try and manifest and we just hoard it without having a proper system of our energy yield, our natural energy yield, where we want to sit back and be lazy and not do anything, which is a misconception in the spiritual society. That's when we get into trouble. That's when we have to go back to being just over broke and getting jobs. That is when we have to go into other people's ownership of companies and things like that, because we've not yet learned how to use our natural energy yield to receive money. So I hope this is making sense. I feel like in all these videos, I channel through all this stuff for you, and then I feel like, okay, people need a rest, and I feel like that is divinely guided as well. So I'm just gonna take it all in, take it all in. This is good. This is good energy. Receive some of this good energy through technology right now, because this type of information was not readily available to any one of us years and years ago when we were growing up. This information is gold. If you are really channeling and getting this, and this is going through to you, I promise you money will never be a problem in your life. This is the true, real manifestation of money. Building and creating a sustainable system that will churn and bring in money based off of your natural energy yield. Okay, now what I mean by your own natural energy is energy, natural, this is where your purpose comes in. And this is where we look to astrology to guide us, right? You can look at your astrology chart to know where are your natural strengths, what are your natural gifts, what are your natural areas that you would do well in. And then energy, we look at human design. Human design, so I'll just put that here, human design. If you have not checked out your human design chart, I will drop it in the description link below. Go and check out your human design chart. There are 5 different types: projectors, manifestors, reflectors, generators, and manifesting generators. Now each type, I'm a projector, we carry out different energies. Our energies operate in different ways, and according to that, we are all built differently to create money in the world, right? So as a projector myself, I'm here to guide the energies of the other types. I'm here to lead people. That's what I do on YouTube, right? That's what naturally happens. And when I am in this energy, money just comes to me as a natural byproduct. I don't even have to sell. When I used to do psychic fairs, I would sit at a table. I wouldn't even put my prices up, and I'd just sit and I'd just relax, and people would come and they'd pay me money and they'd sit there. And I think I was the most expensive psychic at multiple fairs. And I even had the owners come up to me going, I think you're charging too much. And for me, I'm like, I know my natural energy yield. I know how high quality some of the information is that's coming out of me. I know my value. I know my worth, because I'd done the healing. I'd done all the work. And so I'm like, your belief system can be projected onto me, but I'm not going to take that on, and I want to charge what I was charging, right? But my energy yielded that because I was in alignment with it, and because I'd learned what that meant for me. So this is the journey that we want to be diving into, so that we can fully understand how money works specifically for you, because there's a unique way in which your energy works, right? Comment below if you want me to do a video on the human design stuff, but there's so many on YouTube already where you can just learn what your chart is. You have specific gates in there that show you how your energy works. You can also, just like astrology, find out your natural gifts, your strengths, all of that stuff, right? It's very complex and it's very deep, but if you can understand it, it's the best thing for your money game. And then with the yielding, we need to learn patience. I think one of the best skills when it comes to yields and investments, you'll hear a lot of investors, good investors, talking about the skill of patience, okay? Because when you're in survival mode, your emotions are like this when it comes to money, yeah? You're up, down, up, down, up, down. You're frantic. When money comes in, you're like super excited, and then when it goes out on bills, you're super stressed. That is not the energy of money that you want to be in. To yield. To yield means to gain a lot over time, right? You have to learn patience. And patience means trusting and surrendering. And this is where your spiritual practices come in. This is where all of this study that you're doing, if you're coming across on my videos, you are meant, you're ready, you're destined. Like, none of the videos that you are seeing is not coincidence. Like, what I'm saying will hit you hard. That's the way I'm designed to teach people. What I say transforms other people. Okay, that's part of the gift that I have as well. Very blessed to have this, and it's very exciting. So trust and surrender is part of the money game as well. And this is why I say money is so spiritual, because you have to go through personal growth, because you have to allow your emotions to be stable. And this is the other thing actually that I want to tell you about money, because we can do so many money blocks, right? So many, and I trust me, I've been there. The amount of money blocks, money healing work that I have done, nothing made sense to me other than this, right? And every time I have money days in my business and money just flows to me, sometimes not even in my business, it just comes out of nowhere when you manifest money out of thin air as well. It's always when I am in a state, money is attracted to a particular frequency, right? Because it's operating at a particular frequency. So when I said money is just energy, and obviously if you want to attract it from your natural energy yield, then you need to know what type of energy money is also attracted to. It's just like when I manifested my soulmate, I had to be secure in myself and self-loving towards me so that I can attract that same energy, right? I had to be a match. So I couldn't be desperate. I couldn't be coming from a space of neediness. I couldn't feel lonely, because all of those feelings were just creating resistance to my soulmate and actually attracting more lonely people, more desperate people, or narcissists and things like that. So we have to shift our energy to attract what it is that we want. We have to be a vibrational match. And we hear that all the time, but I'm going to explain what the match is to money. Money is attracted to a particular frequency. That frequency that it's not attracted to, let's do the knots so you know what energy you don't want to be in, okay? You do not want to be in stress. Have you noticed money come to you when you're stressed? It won't. And even if it does, it will go straight out. You might notice, okay, you're stressed. Oh, I don't have enough money for the bills this month, blah, 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 blah. And then suddenly you get something. Maybe you're sleeping at night and you just relax and you just go, oh, I'm not going to think about it until tomorrow. You stop thinking, money somehow shows up in your life. But then when it comes, you go, oh, now I have to pay this bill. Oh, now I have to whatever. If you think about money as a person and you invited them into your house and you said to them, hey, come over for a bit because I need you to help me with this thing in the house. And then money comes over to help you, and then you just go, oh, now we have to do it like this, and do you think money is going to be like, yeah, I like your presence? Or is it going to be like, why should I come to you? Because every time I come to you, you just diss me and give me like this off vibes and stuff like that. So I'm just going to flow somewhere else, and it will flow somewhere else. Money does not come to you in stress. When you are feeling insecure about money or unstable, let's get rid of this. Unstable doesn't come to insecure and unstable people. And if it does, it's going to come to you under the job. You know, I said just over broke. It's going to come for you through another person who makes you feel secure. Because when people go to jobs, right, and they talk about job security, all job security is, and people who go, oh, but you need a job, you're being stupid, you're being reckless. You're not, because job security is simply borrowing an illusioned version of somebody else's security. Because you are borrowing that company's security. That company has built up value. That company has built themselves up to be the secure, sustainable thing, okay? Because everything in reality, 3D reality, is just an illusion. We're just in this playing a game. Everything is energy. When we break it down, everything is light. We are all light beings, right? And so you are just operating on this frequency that tells you a job is secure, when in reality it's just an illusion of security built upon somebody else's energy. Natural yield, remember? Natural energy yield. And so money is not attracted to insecure and unstable things, which is why companies don't have a problem making more and more and more and more and more and more and more money, because they are secure, they are stable, they are the symbol of security. So what does that mean when you want to try and make money? It means you want to be switching over to this energy of what money is attracted to, right? And that is relaxation. Number one, you notice all the rich people who are building wealth, they're living a relaxed life because they feel energetically relaxed. Because if you have all the money in the world, why would you be stressed? Why would you be insecure? But here's the catch, right? When it comes to manifestation, we don't have it and then become it. We don't have the money first. We have to be the money first, which means when people say you have to be, then you have to do, and then you have. Aaron Doughty says this all the time on his channel, and I love him for it. He's just amazing, like one of my favorite spiritual teachers. And he'll say, you know, be, do, and then have. That means you have to be in this energy. You then have to do the action, you have to do the effort, you have to do the work of living in your gifts and using that natural energy that you have within your system to yield the results, right? So you have to put action in, you have to do inspired action. And this can be small little steps. It doesn't have to be this massive thing. It doesn't have to be hard at all. I didn't even make a website when I earned my first income online. I literally just tapped into my gifts of oracle cards and I was just like, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do it for fun. And then I was like, it's £15 or forever. And this is after I'd done quite a few bits of free readings for people. This YouTube videos, all this stuff that I do, that's for free, right? And then people will go and buy afterwards. I don't need to tell them what I'm selling. They just go check it out. It's people who are interested, want to work with me naturally. It's just an energy. It's an energy that you step into. And this only comes from taking action. So you be this energy first of relaxation. So you have to put yourself in a state to relax your mind, soul, and body. Daily practice, and then eventually it becomes your dominant vibration. But if you keep sticking yourself in stress, on purpose, on autopilot of, no, I'm stressed, no, I'm anxious, oh, I'm feeling anxious, oh, I'm scared, oh, you're feeding your conscious mind. Like I've done another video, guys, go and check it out. I can't remember what it's called. Something to do with, I think, if you're feeling stuck. I explain in there that your conscious mind is the feeder to the subconscious. Your subconscious is the feminine energy within you that's receiving this information. I don't want to go too much into this video because I don't want to confuse everybody. But we have to be really mindful. What are your conscious thoughts? Whenever you catch yourself feeling stressed, turn it into relaxation as quick as possible. You have the power to do that. You can do that any given moment. It doesn't matter if it's anxiety about past trauma, somebody's passed away in the family, whatever it is. I've been through every single situation under the sun that you could class as dark, as a human experience, right? But this is the work that if you want a successful, a happy, positive, optimistic, joyful life with lots of money, it's the energy you want to be stepping into, the vibration to become a match, okay? So you'll notice when you relax, money just flows, yeah? Relaxation. The next energy for money that money is very attracted to is secure and stable. What do I mean by this? Emotions, identity, your mental thoughts. When all of these are aligned, you feel emotionally stable and secure with money, with the money situation and your money story. Your identity is very secure and stable when it comes to money because you just know. That comes from that faith, surrender, and trust. Your mental thoughts are relaxed. Again, relaxation, they're secure, they're stable. Money will have no choice but to be attracted to you and come and stick to you. Because it knows that you're secure enough to know when to use it for good use. You know how to also let it go because money, like I said, currency, it's flowing energy. Currency, money likes to move, it likes to flow, it likes to be invested. It knows that you're going to invest it into good things for your impact, for your purpose, for your passion, for your projects, your creativity. And I know there's a thought here as well. This could be coming as a download for some of you watching this and the skeptics out there, but what about those drug dealers and stuff, Janie? They make loads of money, but they do it the bad way. Yeah, that doesn't make money. The actual money is just the tool. It doesn't make that an evil thing. It makes the person maybe an evil person for doing what they're doing. But the way that person is doing stuff would be quite relaxed. They'd be quite stable and secure around money. They just operate it on a negative way, right? With guns or violence or whatever it is. But money, the energy itself, is never negative. It's who we are that amplifies once we receive money. So if you're a good person to start with, you will do good things with it. If you're a bad person to start with, you will do bad things with it. But money is attracted to the same qualities. It's attracted to relaxation. Gangsters might be relaxed around money, right? Eventually. secure, and stability. This is the frequency you want to start identifying your self-concept with. Again, self-concept is another thing that I'm going to talk about in another video, but you need to be this version of you. You need to be this person who's relaxed around money. You know that money's coming into your business. You know that you are so stable because you're always looked after. The universe will always provide for you. These are beliefs that you have to start installing into your brain, because we're not conditioned from a young age with these beliefs. We are conditioned with this shit. We're conditioned with money is scarce. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money is limited, when money is unlimited. And we can have access to as much money as we want if we step into this part of the energy and allow ourselves to relax into it. And this can take time depending on how many years old you are watching this and how long you've been conditioned for and how deeply you've been ingrained with these conditions. Some people grow up with these conditions and they have no problems attracting money. This is why. Now, as a spiritual entrepreneur specifically, I just want to talk about that because it's quite interesting how I like to look at things from astrology standpoint. So obviously everything in our world, and this is very important for money, especially as a spiritual entrepreneur, right? If you're thinking about building your business and you really want to understand money and how it flows to you so that you don't waste years, because I literally did not understand any of this, okay? I wasted so much time, and I wouldn't say wasted because I've learned obviously all the wisdom now that I get to impart to you guys. And that's part of my journey here as a teacher, spiritual business teacher, is to go through the lessons so that I can then master things, and I master things quite quickly. But if you look at your business growth as a tree, okay? What is the last thing to grow out of a tree? First thing, how long does the tree itself take to grow? Once you plant a little seed down here, it takes years for this tree to grow, okay? And you have all of these roots here. Now, these roots, I want you to think of the roots as everything that you need to keep your business growing into this beautiful tree. Now, the last things on a tree to grow are your fruits, and they grow at the end, okay? And you don't pluck them all off. Like you might start plucking and then a few more will show up, and then you pluck a bit more, and then you plant maybe with one of the other seeds, you plant another one next to it and you start to build another one until you build more. This is wealth. This is how wealth creation works, okay, in the new age. I'm going to do a complete new video on this, but for now, just for you spiritual entrepreneurs to understand this. The roots are the skills that you need, okay? And these are the 4 elements. Like to grow a tree, you need the sun, which I class in astrology as fire energy. This is your passion. This is your creativity. Okay? Fire, so fire element. There you've got your sunlight. That's your creativity, your passion, your purpose. This is what you need to be following to build your successful business, okay? So that's one root. Second thing that we need is water or rain. Water. This is your emotions, okay? This is your, I said stability. This is the work that needs to be put in, because you need to be a stable source to build a stable business. You get very, they say, I think there's a statistic of 99% of businesses fail in their first year of business because they are working and operating on that instability, that insecure emotional state of being. So if you water your tree with stable emotions, relaxed emotions, this will make so much difference in your business and your money growth. I promise you. So that's another root. Okay. And then on this side, we've got the earth. We've got, now this is your practicality, your systems, your grind, or your work. Now because it's your passion, and this is the thing, when you're building a spiritual business and your tree and you're building it from passion, creativity, this doesn't actually feel like work that we've been taught to in jobs and stuff. It feels fun, and it should feel fun because that's your in alignment, right? If it doesn't feel joyful, it means you're not doing something that's in alignment with your soul. I've done this multiple times because online, when you're starting your business, you will Google how to do things, right? And then you'll have a coach who'll go, you have to do coaching, you have to do high ticket coaching, you have to do memberships, you have to do courses, you have to do, there's all of these things. And it's like, well, how do I know what's meant for me? And again, if you haven't grabbed my soul purpose finder below, the digital archetypes below, all of that's linked in the description. It will help you out to understand what you're supposed to be starting with according to your unique energy, your unique chart, all of that stuff. But this is where you need to really understand you, because if you understand you, your uniqueness, your strengths, your weaknesses, this tree will be so freaking solid. Come on, it's built with the 4 universal elements of Mother Earth. Like, how spiritual can you, how spiritual is this? Like, don't know what I was trying to say there. Anyway, last element, air. Obviously, we need oxygen. Otherwise, it's not going to grow, is it? So, but what is your oxygen? This is your thoughts, mindset. You know, I said in the other thing, identity, because this is all intellect. This needs to be in alignment. If your money mindset is wrong, if your business mindset is wrong, if you're off whack and you're working on the job mindset and trying to build a business from that, it's going to hold you back. You're not going to have a strong foundation. So now, if these are the roots, this is the stuff you want to be pouring in as a spiritual entrepreneur down here. This is your focus for as long as it takes till you receive your fruit. So you keep pouring in your passion, your creativity, working on your emotions, your stability, to holding money, mindset around money, mindset around business, mindset around confidence, all of the skills that you need to create a successful business. You need to be pouring your energy, your focus that way. And then practically building the systems eventually, right? Once you find your way up. This will slowly start to build your beautiful tree, and you will receive the fruits of your labor. It's called fruits of your labor for a reason. But just Google how long it takes to grow a tree, because patience is key. I don't want you jumping in. Sometimes you have success straight away, and then that success can be taken away just as quick because you have not built a steady, stable tree. Okay, steady, stable business. So you see some people who, you know, want lottery winners, they'll win a lottery and then they'll lose all the money. Why? Because their inner emotional state, water, mental state, air, not stable on the old conditioning of insecure and stress. And so they feel like they need to spend all the money that they receive because they've not been taught how to hold that level of money. And when people say you just need to learn how to hold that energy of money, all they're saying is, not be afraid and be wise about it, right? Which means being stable, being secure, and not getting so excited with your emotional charges around money. It needs to become a neutral thing, so you know how to invest it, how to manage it, how to operate it, and how to allow it to flow. Because then you become a channel that money just loves to flow in and through from, just like I channel this insight, right? It just loves to come through me because I love to just put it out there. And I don't need to think about any of this stuff that I'm teaching because it just channels through me. That's how you want money to also just flow through. And then you position it where it needs to go and operate it as and where you think best to make the best impact. So this is what you want, spiritual entrepreneurs. If you liked this video, comment below, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will catch you in the next video. And also, if you've got any questions specifically, drop them below as well. I'll be happy to answer.